All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back again for another interesting watch along. I hope you guys are doing well. You're going to need to fasten your seatbelts for this one. I'm not too sure if you guys are familiar with Shaun Stone. No? I'm not either. Shaun Stone is an actor, filmmaker, director, and he had a conversation recently with Tucker Carlson. And what he exposes in this interview is mind-boggling. There is so much that he says that will make every single one of us question everything. What I'm gonna bring to your attention in this video is what he says about Jay-Z. Because what he says about Jay-Z, if this is true, it means Jay-Z is untouchable. So what I would suggest you guys do right now is grab your snacks, grab your tea, grab your coffee, grab whatever your preference may be, get back, fasten your seatbelts, because we are about to dive in and find out exactly what Shaun Stone had to say about Jay-Z and the industry. Now, before I press play on this video, a massive shout out to The Truth Is for this one. Another banger. Let's get into it.
I can't believe this actor just revealed this about Jay-Z. During this Tucker Carlson interview, Shaun Stone made some heavy allegations about Jay-Z that might explain why he loves doing this hand gesture. And it's not because of Roc Nation. He also shared his perspective on the alleged hidden structure operating in Hollywood, the industry connection to the spiritual, and what he claims is the hidden price of success most celebrities pretend is not real. Let's analyze the most important parts of this Tucker Carlson interview and highlight the most interesting claims. By the end of this video, you will have a better understanding on why Hollywood is the way it is. Shaun Stone is not just anybody. He is not another outsider talking about what they think about the industry. He is actually a credited actor with roles in several big movies. He has been acting since 1986, featured in prominent movies like Natural Born Killers, JFK, and The Doors. His connection to the industry comes from his father, who is a big shot director named Oliver Stone. Oliver directed massive movies like Scarface and those films I mentioned his son was in. Shaun Stone's industry connections make everything he said hit so much harder. He is not just anybody talking about what he thinks or has heard. He is an insider revealing what he actually experienced firsthand. When you hear some of the things he said about Hollywood, you're not gonna believe he was actually willing to admit these things. During the interview, Stone talks about a hidden organization he joined while in the industry.
How long were you a Mason? I mean, it's not like you ever like established like I'm going to. No, I wanted to initiate to 3 degrees. I entered.
He goes into detail on how he was initiated and recalls feeling a dark presence throughout the entire process. The most interesting thing he said was the sudden strange calls from numbers ending in 6 while going through these 3-degree rituals. When he would answer the call, what he heard was truly terrifying. Stone claimed that while going through this process, he got calls from dark voices demanding his soul.
Okay, so this is why I know this gets far out, but like in between.
But we're already pretty far out.
The initiation, the 1st degree and the 3rd degree, in that time period, I would get phone calls from 666 numbers all the time. We want your soul, like just demonic voices. I want your soul. This kind of nonsense.
So Satan called your cell.
I mean, I don't know if if it was Satan or the CIA, but it's my cell, and would be like, we want your soul. And I'd laugh and I'd be like, okay, I mean, it's not mine to give. My soul belongs to God, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Think about how eerie this all truly is. According to him, he was deeply involved with Hollywood during this time. While active in the industry, he joined the order that researchers have linked to industry success, and suddenly, he claims calls started coming in from strange numbers saying all types of things. Analyzing this account, it raises a massive questions about the deals we hear about going on in Hollywood. Is it far-fetched to assume that these calls came from the exact infrastructure that grants real success in the industry? If you know anything about these organizations, then you understand how deeply connected they are to the spiritual world. The checkerboard floor represents this dualistic nature of life, showing how the spiritual and physical coexist in perfect harmony. In these teachings, everything has a spiritual side to it, including success in Hollywood. Analyzing the nature of those calls, it points directly to an alleged offer to cross over, a deal to be one of the faces of the industry. There is already plenty of speculation that the biggest stars are a part of these organizations, and Shaun Stone's interview adds major fuel to that fire. He casually makes claims exposing one of the biggest celebrity memberships. During this part of the interview, Stone also claimed he was taken to a famous New York City lodge called the Cornerstone Lodge, where he was initiated. When telling Tucker about the lodge, he admits something I did not see coming. He claimed Jay-Z was allegedly a member of the same lodge he was a part of.
What I experienced was that so I'll put it like this. The first night that I went there.
Where was this?
Cornerstone Lodge in New York. It's a very famous lodge. People like Jay-Z, go there and whatnot. It's
Jay-Z's a Mason?
yeah, from my understanding, he was with that lodge as well, but higher than I was. It's an initiation that kind of what I felt was being observed and watched, and I know it was watched because after doing the first degree initiation, where you get the blindfold and the news, the geometry of it, where you have to walk, certain directions and points and say certain things. But when you perform it ritualistically like a play, there are other forces that are not human that are engaging in the experience.
This completely changes everything. Most people already believe Jay-Z was likely part of this organization, as there have been speculation for years. While Jay-Z has never directly confirmed or denied his membership, at times it feels like he fully embraces the rumors. He began using heavy esoteric imagery throughout his career starting in the 2000s. Sometime back, I actually covered a video about the director who did the umbrella video for Jay-Z and Rihanna, a video that's full of all that symbolism. He said during a Genius interview that the imagery used in the video was under Jay-Z's orders. He claimed Jay was just using it for shock value. But considering what Shaun said in this interview, maybe he used it for something else.
I'm going to bring something to your attention. If Jay-Z was responsible for this, let me show you something that many people miss. This is one that many people would have missed. I don't think they actually realize what this is. Anyone understands symbolism will understand what this is, ladies and gentlemen. But if Jay-Z was behind this, then it tells me all I need to know.
He used it for something else. Jay-Z seemed to fully buy into this image. He even dropped a song called Freemason with Rick Ross. According to Shaun, Jay-Z is a member, so all of this could be connected to his ties. Another thing Shaun said was that Jay-Z was a higher ranking member than he was in this organization. That is especially interesting to me because of the speculations made about Jay-Z being some sort of industry boss. Many industry insiders have alleged that Jay-Z is some sort of top-level gatekeeper in the industry. DJ Academics went on a rant alluding to this, where he repeatedly accused Jay-Z of having this power to dictate career success or downfalls.
When I speak about Jay-Z, it's radio silent. No, I could say the wildest thing about Jay-Z right now, not one person will post it. And I've looked at it, I was like, that's interesting. But then it's not that interesting because everybody who don't post it, I see their direct ties to Jay-Z, to Rockefeller, to a Jay-Z owned company, to Roc Nation, and I get it. So part of acquiring power and wealth is
surprise why he called his business Rockefeller.
Insulating yourself by controlling the people that have voices. And I think Jay-Z's done a great job of that. I'm not saying he's necessarily telling them what to do and what not to do, but he made sure he put some very powerful people that you might call gatekeepers or people with voices in powerful positions.
Hearing that Jay-Z is allegedly a top member of one of the most influential lodges in America, these speculations start to make more sense. In fact, according to Shaun, Jay-Z is not the only leader who is a part of this organization. In the interview, Shaun also claims that many powerful leaders are members. He basically claims that you must be a part of the club to be a person of power.
Not power. There are non-powerful people who are Freemasons. Yes. But there are no powerful people who are not Freemasons. Freemasons.
I mean, why does Tucker Carlson always act surprised like he don't know this? like he isn't involved himself. Like, come on, Tucker, stop it.
Now, while this is something that cannot be fully proven, there is a well-documented history of our very founding fathers being members of the same organization. Shaun likely has insider knowledge that led him to that conclusion. Now, at one point, he talks about Hollywood and how he experienced darkness while growing up in the industry. He claims he believes that people in the industry are both evil and good, stating that many of them tell these esoteric spiritual stories through their movies.
Understanding that there is spiritual forces invisible to us that are working through people in this world, people that are storytelling. They can be some
people like Steven Spielberg.
Some are practicing darkness. I think they're practicing light, and I think there's those that are just unaware, unconsciously perpetuating things. But there does seem to be something very dark in Hollywood.
I agree with Shaun here. We see plenty of esoteric teachings and ideas through many of the biggest IPs in Hollywood. This is where I personally believe all movies come from. In fact, I was thinking about making a video on how most of the biggest movies are all secretly telling the same esoteric themed story. When you see how many of these massive films like Star Wars, Fight Club, and even Harry Potter seem to be inspired by these esoteric systems, your mind is going to be blown. So if you want to see this video, make sure you comment movie video down below. If I see enough of you interested, I'll make sure that's the very next video. It is clear to me this industry is deeply connected to the spiritual world, and Shaun just confirmed that. Now, another thing Shaun said in this interview was that he once received a call from a strange entity whom Shaun referred to as the Angel of Death. According to Shaun, the next day his grandma suddenly passed away.
They were just kind of tests, just kind of, like I got a call from Azazel one time. Azazel's the angel of death, right? And then like a day or two later, my grandmother passed away.
Wait, the angel of death called yourself?
Yeah. And
what did you say?
No, I knew what Azazel was. So I knew a spirit of death was around. And then, like I said, my grandmother passed, like, I think within 1 or 2 days of that call. So I was like, oh, okay.
Analyzing his words, he appears to be alluding to his involvement in this organization in some way, connecting to his grandma and her passing. We have all heard the stories of there being a dark price for success. Could this be what he was referring to? Is he trying to tell us they made him pay this price? When you look at the entire picture, everything Shaun Stone revealed makes a lot of sense. According to his account, the hand gestures, the imagery in music videos, the alleged gatekeeper status of powerful figures, and the hidden messages in blockbuster movies. Hollywood is not what it seems. Also, Stone and his experience with the phone calls and everything else he claimed he experienced while joining tells us a lot. If his claims are true, it suggests these individuals are trading something deeply personal for their level of influence and protection in the industry. We finally have actual Hollywood royalty, an insider who grew up inside this environment, giving his first-hand account of exactly how he believes the machine operates. The symbols we analyze every single day take on a whole new meaning when you hear these stories from the inside. There is no other place we see what he is talking about more clearly than the Met Gala. This year, the Met Gala felt stranger than most. While celebs are known for wearing over-the-top and sometimes questionable outfits at the Met, this year there was something dark about it all. If you saw the videos online, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I mean, off the back of watching that, ladies and gentlemen, it tells us all we need to know. I'm starting to think that Jay-Z potentially could have been the reason as to why P. Diddy got away with what he got away with for so long. That's all alleged, just my opinion. But remember that video we reacted to in regards to P. Diddy, where it was mentioned when P. Diddy graped someone, there was 2 other celebrities in the room with him. 1 male and 1 female. I mean, that's all I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm saying. Shaun Stone told us everything we need to know. I need to know what you guys are thinking after watching that one right there. Like I said, if this is true, Jay-Z is untouchable. Like, literally, he is untouchable. There's nothing anyone can do about it. Does it make things right? Should it mean if Jay-Z has been a perpetrator of certain crimes, he should get away with it? But the facts are, in the position that Jay-Z finds himself in, and the people that he has in his circle, he's untouchable. He is untouchable. Anyway, leave those thoughts, all those comments down below. I need to know exactly what you're thinking after watching that watch along right there. A massive shout out to The Truth Is. Link to his channel can be found in the title of this video, so make sure you guys subscribe. Turn your notification bells on so you don't miss out on future videos on this channel, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one.